Hello, my name is Lisa Marie Grantham, and I am the founder of GoddessLifestylePlan.com. And today I wanted to talk about what the difference between self-care and self-love is. They're both really rich topics, but there are distinctions, and I have found that women get very confused about self-love, self-care. Are they the same thing? What makes them different? And why, Lisa, after I spend all this time, taking ritual baths and getting my nails and toes done and doing things that feel juicy to me, why don't I feel better about myself? Why don't I prioritize myself? And that is a pattern that I see over and over and over again. So let me start by saying what, the definition of self-care is to me. Self-care are acts you do for yourself that support your body, mind, and spirit wellness. So anything that feels good to your body, mind, and spirit, any act you might do, any hobby or spa service, or anything that feels yummy. Like for me, acts of self-care might look like taking a cat nap in the middle of the day. I really love a little cat nap. That to me is juicy and it feels really good. So that's an act of self-care. I do that for myself. I gift that to myself. I say no to other things and make time for that act of self-care, these cat naps. Now, self-love is how you truly, authentically feel and think about yourself. All right. Because it's not always the face we're showing the world or the people around us. It's really how we feel internally about ourselves. It's do we authentically have a high regard for our own well-being and our own happiness? Self-love is really, really important. There was a time before my major healing where I did not love myself. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know who I was. And that was part of the problem. And that's what I'd like to, talk a little deeper into today, a little bit more deeply into that. While self-care could be one of the greatest ways that you express self-love, it's still not self-love. You can have 10,000 manicure pedicures, you can have 7,000 massages and all other things that feel really wonderful and juicy to you, but it's not going to move the needle on self-love until you really develop self-love. And here's the thing, I have found that a lot of sensitives like myself, empaths and sensitives, um, kind-hearted women, we've had very, very upsetting things said to us, done to us growing up, and instead of really just kind of shaking it off and saying, well, that had nothing to do with me, that's you, which is really the healthy way to look at it, we internalize, right? And we feel bad about ourselves. And a lot of times it's the way we were raised, right? There's a mindset aspect to it, and then there's also the way we were raised, things that were downloaded into us that maybe didn't make us feel so good about ourselves. And that might be intentionally other people did that, and really unintentionally. Because here's the thing, not everybody's sensitive, not everybody takes things to heart. But if you do, if you're a woman like me that takes things to heart and you're thoughtful and you're kind and you really just you think you do that for the world and you expect the world to do that back to you, and that's just not the case. So what do you do with all these emotions, And that's where we can start really inside not feeling very good about ourselves, not feeling like our happiness is worth fighting for, going after our desires. And we get taken out of the game. And like I said, it could be a mindset thing, or it could be something that also we learned growing up. Our most formative years are up till age 7. So, and then after that, whatever experience you had in school and high school and then college or workplace, these are all things that start to stack and stack and stack. And if your story is that people are mean to you, people are not nice to you, you kind of start to internalize that, and that could whittle away at your self-love. So the mindset aspect is really changing the way you think of yourself. That starts with really knowing who you are. And like I said, because I was always focusing out in my younger years, young adult years, and all the way before that, I never really understood who I was, who Lisa was, what was a deal breaker, a deal maker, what did Lisa like, what did Lisa enjoy doing. Lisa wanted to stand up for herself about this. And, you know, and it was like, should I don't want to rock the boat, you know, being a sensitive, you could see how all of this kind of kerfuffle and confusion kicks in. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know, so you end up always putting your needs lower on the totem pole. You don't speak your truth out of fear that maybe you're going to rock the boat or upset somebody that matters to you. There's all of these symptoms of it, and it's the way that it plays out. But at the end of the day, it really turns into your level of self-love. So we have to undo conditionings like childhood conditioning. We have to undo and heal old wounds. We have to revisit all this stuff in order to heal it so that we can raise our level of self-love. Again, you can partake in a bajillion different self-care services and activities, but is that going to do the work inside this beautiful brain? That's what we have to take a look at, and that's what we have to work on, is really reprogramming ourselves in a healthy way to feel the self-love and to act congruently with your level of self-love as you raise it. So the way to authentic self-love is to basically fall madly in love with you. You know, there were times in my life where I was like not feeling, you know, particularly emotionally healthy. I wasn't liking maybe the way people were treating me in my life and what was going on, and I had to take a good look. Well, what do I stand for? What will I tolerate, and what am I tolerating, and what will I no longer tolerate? You have to know yourself. And because I feel so passionate about this, I happen to have a free gift. It's called the Design Your Goddess Lifestyle Planner. I believe that every woman is as unique as a snowflake. What is right and juicy and wonderful for me might not be for you, and so on and so forth. And that's beautiful, because that's what makes the world go around. Different strokes for different folks, right? We all like different things. Things are important to us at different times in our life. My Goddess Lifestyle Recipe, which is what you will create with the Design Your Goddess Lifestyle Planner, actually walks you step by step through all the ingredients you need in order to live what I call a goddess lifestyle, a lifestyle that lights you up and really makes you feel like you are living your fullest life in every way, shape, or form. So you really have to know yourself. Who are you? And then once you know these qualities that the woman you desire to be, right? I read a book a few years ago by Diane Furstenberg. What's her last name? Yes, I don't remember actually. She's a designer, and it's The Woman I Desired to Be. And I loved that title because I was like, well, that's true. That's always like how I reverse engineer things. So if I'm sitting here and I go, well, who's the woman I desire to be? And then I think about her, because I'm not there yet. I'm not there in my life right now. And I think, well, who do I desire to be? And then I write down the qualities of this woman that I desire to be. And then I take a look and I reverse engineer it. Well, in order for that to be true, how do I need to behave? How do I need to think? How do I need to act? Working with all the different elements, right? So the element of air, how do I need to think in order to be the woman I desire to be? How do I need to act or take action on with the fire realm? How do I need to feel about things in order to be the woman I desire to be? And with that methodology, I then begin acting congruently with that woman, with that vision of who I desire to be. And with that, you will find not only yourself, but also a high level of self-love. So I hope that made sense. And I really hope that you download my Design Your Goddess Lifestyle Planner workbook, and then just get on that path to creating your version of a goddess lifestyle. Okay, until next time, namaste. Bye-bye.